Good morning. I have another canning video I want to present to you. I have different jars here sitting on the table, and some of these glass jars are not your traditional ball jars or the curd jars that you normally buy in the store for canning. These jars are jars that I have purchased with products from the store. These here, these bigger ones, were spaghetti sauce. And these here, these odd-shaped ones, these were like a salsa. And this jar here was coconut oil, perfectly round. It looks just like the small canning jars for ball, but it's just straight plain sides. So that was a jar I bought. And same way with there's different types of jellies you can get in these kind of jars, and your canning lids fit perfectly on those, the small mouth canning jar lids. So when you buy your products at the store that you're going to be making a meal with, try to buy the ones that are in jars, because you can reuse your jars. Now, would I use it multiple times? Maybe twice, maybe 3 times. But what you go by is the rubber silicone inside the lids. If that's still soft, just like the traditional lid, if it's still soft, there's no cracks or blemishes in it, you can easily can your foods in jars. Now, when this one was open, it looks like it was crimped a little bit. So with a lid like that, with some of the imperfections on it, I would use it just for dry foods, like I've done this jar. I just happen to have this one packed with dry goods, some barley in it, with moisture absorber in there. So those kind of jars you can just save for dry goods. And then another jar I have bought is this instant coffee jar. Now you can't pressure can this one, but it has a lid that seals, and you can keep beans and different things like that canned in them easily for dry goods. So, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these jars that have been cleaned and they're ready to use. I think I may leave this one out since it does have an imperfection in the lid. I don't want to chance that. I think I got a spare lid over here that will fit that actually. Yes, it will. There we go. Alright, so I'll save that lid for another time. Now you want to heat your lids just like you would any other lid. So I'll get my pan of water, get that, warming up my lids. And put these in here. You can see our jarred potatoes we did yesterday. They're all nice and cool. Now a lot of times what I do when I buy the boxes, I will put my canning jars back in the boxes after I've processed them. That way I put this on the shelf and your jars are safe and secure in the box. With the ground shaking in so many places of the world, it's good to have your jars secured. All your work, you don't want to end up on the floor broken. So that's what's come to my mind about putting pantry goods away. Be sure you got your shelves secure where your jars cannot just fall out. So, all right, let me put this on the stove. All right. Now, what I have this morning that I'm going to be putting in jars is some frozen vegetables. I've had them thawed so I can easily get more in the jar, because if they're frozen they kind of float. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I got my funnel. I'll just start putting some mixed vegetables in this one. Whoops. Like this. And once you get them in there, then you'll add water to it. I think I will add some salt to it. Be right back. Let me get my salt. Should have had this ready, but alright. Get a half a teaspoon of salt. Now salt is not necessary in your foods, it's just enhanced flavor, that's about it. So if you want to omit that and add your seasoning at the end when you reheat it and cook it, that's fine too. So now we just add the water. Come up to the rim. Now these jars, this was a spaghetti jar. And so this is what I'm going to show you. Use your debubbler tool. I don't think you're able to see. I'm so sorry. Move this up a little bit. There we go. Now you can see much better. I'm still new to this videoing and editing. I'm doing better at it. Trying not to repeat myself so many times in the video, which I've noticed when I played back videos. It's like, oh my goodness, I repeated that word so many times. There. And you want to leave headspace. Now, let's see, where would I, oh. Alright. I got this one. I'll set it here. Let me get my lid that goes to that. I shouldn't have done that. I got all my lids over here now. I'm going back and forth. I had the warm water. Now, I'll get the lid that goes with that one. And you still want to wipe your rims. Also, even with these jars, you check your rims for any kind of chips. You don't want any kind of chips. I got some white vinegar here just for the rims. And one thing nice, what the water does, it softens your seal. And even though this was spaghetti sauce, the tomato is what stained your lid here. So that's not dirty. It just shows the tomato stain in there. So I'm going to put that on here. And finger tight, and that jar is ready to be canned. I'll set it over here. Now since these bigger jars are kind of like, you might as well say, then I'm going to go ahead and time it with the amount of, which is 90 minutes. I'll go ahead and pressure cook. Even though these little ones I can do for 75 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and let the whole, if I get them all in the canner over there, I'll go by the length of time for the quartz itself. So, uh-oh. That's why I started thawing these this morning, because it's easier to get them in the jar than when they're frozen, because they float. I learned that the last time I canned. Got a few pieces there. Get that little pea. My table's clean, so I can do that. Alright, set this over here, put those in the recycle bin. Now add a half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Bring your water up. See, sometimes people, they don't have access to the canning jars in their area, or, some just not able to buy them. Then that way, this allows you to have that ability. If you just, when you shop, even pickle jar, a pickle jar, you can clean it and dry it, and that pickle jar you can use again for canning your own food. Go, there's another one. Guess I'll just start sitting them down in my canner here. See how many we can fit in here. Those are mixed vegetables. Now I'll do a can of, I guess, corn. Got some corn here. I'll take this other spaghetti jar. Spaghetti sauce jar. I'll just put corn corn in this one. Oh, I already got it open. Shake it down. As much in there as I can. Alright, my salt. And get another lid that'll fit that. Another spaghetti sauce lid. Whoop, I might wipe the rim. Check it for chips. I take good care of my jars whenever I buy the products from the store, so, oh, so you gotta put water. Up to the rim, to that little line, and then debubble it. Make sure the air is out of it. See, I forgot to do that in that other jar, I think. I'll go double check that. Alright. There's that one. This is the corn. One thing good about mixed vegetables, air is not really, once you put water in there, most of the air just comes up with it. Got another spaghetti jar. I got some more corn, so I'll go ahead and continue to, I'll make 2 corn jars. You can sometimes find these frozen vegetables fairly economically. You can get the big packages and then just can them and put them on your shelf for later. Just like you would canned goods, except cans, and you're paying for them packaging it for you and putting it in the can, and you just have to throw away the can. It's not good for much else. A little bit more. Like I said, I like using the bigger jars because that's usually enough for a serving apiece for my husband and I. And if you have a big family, you know, you just bear it accordingly. Put my salt in. And there's the water. Okay. Wipe my rim. Another spaghetti sauce lid. And like that. Finger tight. See? It's just like a ball jar, except it's from spaghetti sauce. Perfectly good to can in. I said as long as you watch your lids, the seals, the rubber seals, and they're still soft, there's no cracks in them, no blemishes, you can with those lids. Now with these jars, I got a surprise I'm going to be canning in a couple of these. I saw a video of this being someone canning sausage. Yes, sausage, breakfast sausage. I par-baked some sausage in the oven this morning. Not completely cooked, but par-cooked since it's going to be... Oh, I almost spilt my vinegar. Alright, take these, and you take and you drop some sausage patties down in these. Perfect size for them. So see, you can preserve meat in on your pantry shelf as well. Like I said, they're partially cooked. They're not all the way cooked. And you fit enough in there to feed 1 or 2 people maybe. For this little jar here. You just fill it up to the top. So, like that. Now with this, there will be a little bit of oil in there. And then you just add water to it. Now the water doesn't mess with the sausage at all, because once you get ready to take it off the pantry shelf and cook it, you'll drain the water off and you'll rebrown them, put them in a pan of oil or whatever and brown them, and you're ready to go with some sausage for breakfast if you needed it later. So, all right, let me have my vinegar. So I've had these packages of sausage. I got them on sale, and this is the organic. This is the coconut oil lid that you can pick up, finger tight, and there we go. See, canned sausage. Once you discover canning, you can put up so many different types of foods. I've seen some don't suggest canning or putting up Brussels sprouts because they just, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, it just enhances the flavor of them even worse. And so, so she said that's a no-go because they get more bitter and not palatable. So Brussels sprouts aren't good for canning unless some people like them that much. So poor little Brussels sprout. Oh, okay. I got another package. I'll probably go ahead and cook up another package in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you that you can can breakfast sausage. You can can hot dogs. You can put in jars brats. You put them in the jars just like they are, because they'll cook, and you add the water and they'll cook. Now with the water, sometimes they could be some oil, so sometimes like this, I'm going to go ahead and take some of this water out, because that way if some of that oil comes out of the sausage, it won't cause it to siphon, but the sausage will be good. So use that, and now I'm just going to use a regular canning lid because it fits perfectly. A ball canning lid or one of the canning lids, finger tight. This in the canner. Alright. Okay, I'll put this up because I'll go ahead and, who knows, I may brown those and finish them off. Okay. Alright, back to what we were doing. Okay, the next jar, let's see. What do I want to put in here? Well, these are kind of small right now, so I think I'll wait on these, but you can, any of these salsa jars that are small like this, you can easily can salsa yourself, make your own batch of salsa or tomato sauce, grind up your own tomatoes you've grown in your garden and make your own spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, anything like that, or a salsa, and you have your own salsa. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and set these aside because these are pretty small for my purpose. I don't have any salsa set up. So I'm going to go ahead and set these back over here on the pantry shelf. Alright, now I'm going to take this jar and I'm going to put green beans in this one. Get that corn out of there. So many foods you can can away. I just learned something this morning and last night. Besides canning potatoes in a water bath like this here, I wish I'd have seen her video before I put water in those. They say you can cut up your potatoes and pack them as tight as you can in your jars and just dry can them inside the jars. You don't add water to the jar. And so, the potatoes turn out fantastic from her video. So we'll be doing those at another time. But right now we'll finish what we got. More in there. I got too many that time. Throw some of them back in here. There we go. I'm going to give them a good shake and get them settled down in there. Now they probably would have fit. Alright, those in there. There we go. Excuse me. That was a little noisy there. Push them down in there. Now add your salt. I'm just doing a basic seasoning right now. I can add more of something later. Okay, I think I got, well, that's fine. Alright, add your water. Now they even showed you can dry pack green beans, but since these were frozen beans instead of fresh, I'm just going to go ahead and use the water in them. You come up to the rim, leave a 1-inch space. Then you wipe it with vinegar, the edge, your rims. Get you another canning lid on there. Finger tight. You have room for, I think, 1 more quart and a little jar. So I may do a mixture in that jar, but first I'll go ahead and do this. Maybe I'll go ahead and fill this one because it's going to take, I got a little bit of corn, I got a little bit of peas, and I'll do my own little mixed batch just to, a little bit of beans, finish off these peas, a little bit your own mixed vegetable, and then this corn. And I did go to my local store yesterday, and sure enough, I went down the canning aisle, and there were my wide mouth quart jars. So while I was there, I went ahead and bought them. Because like I said, if you wait, you may not find them the next time you go, because like other people are canning. And so, there we go. There, that'll fit in that canner. Teaspoon of salt. And let's see my water. There we go. And the lid. Oh, gotta wipe your rim. That's very important. Make sure your rims are clean. There you go. And at 1 last quart, yeah, a quart will fit. Want to make sure. Alright, I guess we'll just do the corn. Let me see what else I got in here. Let's see. Let me tell you what. I'm looking for some extra vegetables to put in there. I got some. Let's see, these carrots, I don't know if that'll fit either. Well, let me pause it just for a second till I figure out what I'm going to do here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put corn and green beans together. Maybe a little bit of an odd combination. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if not enough green beans to... Do you put green beans and corn together? I don't know. If you can. Let's see. Alright, I'm back. What I decided to do is make another jar of mixed vegetables. So, since these are raw anyway, I'm just going to cut up some bits of some carrots to go in the top of this. See, sometimes when you want to continue to fill a jar, you can make adjustments. So I decided just to show you can do that. And of course, our little dog is here. He hears me cutting up carrots. He loves carrots, though he can't have a whole lot. He's a diabetic, so. Get these small enough so they'll cook evenly with the green beans. It'll be a pretty colored jar with the corn, the green beans, and the carrots. Kind of like the other mixed vegetable, just bigger chunks. You almost got one. Here, I'll give you one. There you go. He's waiting for, now the other dog heard me give that one a carrot, of course. Just like kids. If one hears it, the other wants one too. Here she comes. Alright, here's one for you too. When I make videos, you get it all. Even my pets. You could chew a little quieter. Okay, one more. Now we're ready to add some salt. See, you make it yourself. You can add what you want. You can make it work. There we are. Now that jar will be the last one to go in the canner. And I'm going to get a clean paper towel since that one's been kind of tossed around there. I'll get a fresh one. Vinegar. I'll dump that last of the vinegar in my canning pot. My canner. Oh goodness. I can tell I'm going to be doing a lot of editing. I've learned how to do that now. Alright. Up, water. Water. Just enough for, I think, this one. Yes. Don't have to refill it. Alright. One more time. And there you have it. That is this video on using jars that you have available in your pantry already that you've bought at the store. You can reuse them for various things. If there's imperfections in the seal, you can use them for dry goods. And if they're completely fine if they're still soft and pliable, and then just go ahead and pressure can them, and your foods will be good and ready to put on your pantry shelf. All right, when the canner is finished, I'll bring you back and show you the finished jars. Just wanted to give you a quick shot of the jars that are in the canner. The various jars that I have down there. That's it. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we're back. The full 90 minutes, and everything is out of the canner. It's still boiling inside. Everything looks great. And it just, these seals are already starting to pop down. As they cool down, the button will pop in. And it'll show that you can use various jars to seal your pantry foods. Hope this was helpful. Thank you. See you next time.